Sunil G. Bhatt continues to be with us from ground zero. He is in Rajouri right now. Sunil, just talk to us a little about the latest developments in this case. 4 soldiers, unfortunately, have died in this horrific terror attack. And like is being said, that they didn't get an opportunity, essentially. The terrorists were, in fact, raining bullets from a hilltop, and that put our soldiers at a disadvantage there.
Well, Sneha, right now I'm standing at Dera Ki Gali area, and this is that spot where that terror attack took place yesterday. The place where I'm standing right now comes in the jurisdiction of Rajouri district, and the place where you are seeing those army trucks, this place comes under the jurisdiction of Poonch district. So this, the operation was on in both the districts, Rajouri and Poonch, and this is the border point of both these districts. And Sneha, I want to just show the pictures. The army truck that you are seeing right now on the screens is that army truck which was attacked by the terrorists yesterday between, Dera Ki Gali and Bafliaz Road. So there was a blind curve, and this vehicle had to slow down its speed, and the moment it slowed down its speed, the terrorists who were hiding on the hilltop, they fired on this truck as well as on the army gypsy. Because of this terror attack, we have lost 4 of our brave hearts, and 3 other army jawans sustained serious injuries. The injured army jawans have been, admitted to Northern Army Command's hospital in Udhampur district of Jammu and Kashmir. And right now you can see that there is movement of security forces. Additional troops are also being, sent to this area where the operation is still on. The road has been shut for the civilian traffic, and only the security personnel are moving in this particular road, because the point that you are seeing right now where these vehicles are passing through, this is Dera Ki Gali Bafliaz Road, and the terror attack took place exactly on this road. And the truck that you are seeing right now on your screens is exactly that truck that was attacked by the terrorists yesterday. Operation is still on. Reinforcements have been sent, but the terrain is a major challenge. As we have seen in the previous cases, that terrain is a major challenge. This area is surrounded by dense forests, mountains. At times the visibility is very low, weather is inclement, so it becomes a very challenging operation for the security forces. And counter-terror operations have been on in the twin border districts of Rajouri and Poonch for last 2 years. On Wednesday, the security forces received a specific input that there was presence of terrorists in Thanamandi area of Rajouri district, and based on that input, a massive search and cordon operation was launched where reinforcements were sent. The reinforcements were being sent from Bafliaz to Dera Ki Gali, and while the convoy was on its way from Bafliaz to Dera Ki Gali, there was a blind curve on the road, and the terrorists had done a proper recce. They had done a recce of that particular area, and they had, taken position on a hilltop, because at that blind curve, the vehicles have to slow down their speed, and only after that they can negotiate that curve. And once the army convoys 2 vehicles slowed down their speed, the terrorists who were hiding on the hilltop, they opened fire, and as a result of that, 4 of our brave hearts attained martyrdom and 3 others got injured. But the fact is that, Sneha, that time and again, we are seeing a pattern here in the twin border districts of Rajouri and Poonch, that terror attacks are taking place, security forces are being targeted, civilians are being targeted, and it seems that now these twin border districts of Rajouri and Poonch have become the terror hotbeds in Jammu and Kashmir. There was a time when both these districts were terror infested, but due to the hard efforts of the security forces, both these districts, Rajouri and Poonch, became terror free. But once again, terror is raising its ugly head, and Pakistan and terrorists seem to have changed their strategy. Now their focus is not Kashmir Valley. Their focus is now the hilly areas of Jammu region like Rajouri, Poonch, and that is why in the last 2 years we have seen increase in terror activities, increase in terror attacks. Civilians have been targeted, security forces have been targeted, and right now also you can see the movement of security forces is on. Reinforcements are being sent, and the terrorists are trying. I beg your pardon. The security forces are trying their level best to ensure that the terrorists don't flee from this forest area, because in the past we have seen that on many occasions during the anti-terror operations, when the security forces got the information about the exact location of terrorists, the terrorists managed to flee. So this time around the security forces are working in close coordination, be it the Jammu and Kashmir police, CRPF, Indian Army. It's a joint operation, and the priority is to ensure that terrorists who carried out the dastardly terror attack yesterday are eliminated as soon as possible. But the security forces have to also ensure that they don't suffer more casualties. That's why they are, treading cautiously. They want to ensure that they don't suffer more casualties. So it's going to take time. It will be an uphill task for the security forces given the terrain of this entire area. I will just ask my camera person to show you the pictures. You can see that this entire stretch is surrounded by dense forests, mountains, snow-clad mountains, and at times the visibility is also low. When we reached this particular spot early this morning, when it was dark, there was dense fog here, and one can imagine that how difficult it must be for our brave hearts to carry out counter-terror operations in areas like these. But this has emerged as a big challenge for security forces. Terrorism in the twin border districts of Rajouri and Poonch. Although the security agencies have devised new strategy, but still terrorists are managing to carry out attacks. And as per our sources in the security establishment, as many as 15 to 20 terrorists are present in the upper reaches of Rajouri and Poonch district. And what is worrisome is that most of these terrorists are Pakistanis who have managed to infiltrate from the line of control. So clearly this calls for a thorough review of the security management as well as of the strategy that is being devised by the security agencies. Security experts have also expressed concern that why are we losing precious lives? We have lost para commandos, we have lost senior officers. Something is going wrong. We need to come up with a new strategy to deal with this new challenge that has emerged in the border districts of Rajouri and Poonch.